Armenia, a land where majestic mountains and deep green valleys cradle a history spanning thousands of years. Ancient monasteries perched on cliffs retell stories of faith, time, and an enduring spiritual strength. Mount Ararat rises beneath drifting clouds, reflecting across wide-open fields like a sacred symbol of an entire nation. Rustic stone villages blend with a gentle rhythm of life, preserving traditions through music, flavors, and generations-old customs. Today, we begin our journey through Armenia, where timeless heritage and grand landscapes unite in a boundless symphony of beauty. The Mother Armenia statue in Yerevan rises as a monumental witness of history, carrying both majestic beauty and profound spirit. Built after the Second World War, it portrays the Armenian woman as strong and steadfast, ready to protect her homeland with courage and determination. Standing at nearly 70 yards in total height, the statue impresses not only with its massive scale, but also with its upright posture and gaze toward the future. This stance evokes the image of a mother, both stern and protective, sheltering her nation through countless trials. Placed on the high hill of Victory Park, the monument opens a sweeping view of the city, along with the distant yet mighty silhouette of Mount Ararat. This panorama leaves visitors both overwhelmed and contemplative, as if absorbed into Armenia's eternal pulse. The Mother Armenia statue is not merely a sculpture, but the very soul of Yerevan, a symbol of memory, pride, and enduring hope. Every visitor feels the fusion of a dramatic past with an unshakable faith in a brighter future. In the heart of northern Armenia, Vanadzor emerges as a city with a calm rhythm of life, harmonizing with nature while preserving traces of history. It is the third largest city in the country and the cultural and administrative center of the Lori province. Unlike bustling urban centers, Vanadzor impresses with its vast green spaces. Rows of old trees, wide parks, and surrounding valleys make the atmosphere here perpetually fresh, offering a sense of peace that is rarely found elsewhere. Savannovank Monastery, standing on a peninsula, that extends into the vast space of Gagakunik is considered one of the most majestic and sacred monasteries in Armenia. Established in the 9th century, it has preserved its solemn dignity amidst the openness of nature. What makes Serenity remarkable is its architecture of black basalt, with pointed domes and solid lines rising against the deep blue sky. From a distance, the entire complex appears like an impregnable fortress, both proud and silent. The setting around the monastery intensifies its allure. In front stretches a wide expanse of shimmering water, while behind rise endless mountains, together forming a striking harmony of architecture and nature. Few know that Serenity once played a vital role during Armenia's medieval religious and political shifts. It served as a refuge for monks and warriors alike, and as an academic center where ancient manuscripts were copied and preserved. Yermuk, nestled in the Vayotz-Dzor highlands, is a natural masterpiece gifted by the earth itself. At an elevation of over 2,000 meters, its pure air and the endless green of mountains create a serene atmosphere, as if one has stepped into a land apart from the world. The most striking feature of Yermuk is its natural hot springs rising from deep underground. With steady temperatures year-round and a rich mineral composition, these waters not only sustain life, but also define the very identity of this land. The landscape reveals a rare harmony of contrasts: stretches of white limestone plateaus, deep valleys, untouched forests, and streams of warm vapor drifting into the air, all blending into a panorama both grand and poetic. In the early morning, thin veils of mist often cover Yermuk, merging with the steam rising from the hot springs, wrapping the region in an aura of mystery. This unique fusion creates an atmosphere unlike any other place on Earth. Hagpat Monastery, located on the Lori Plateau in northern Armenia, is one of the greatest surviving religious and cultural structures of the Middle Ages. Built in the 10th century, during the Bagratuni dynasty, the monastery was not only a center of faith, but also a proud achievement of Armenian architecture. What makes Hagpat most distinctive is the harmony between its imposing scale and its intricate details. Moss-covered basalt walls, soaring domes, and finely carved khachkars create a complex that is both monumental and graceful, making it unlike any other monastery in the Caucasus region. The setting of Hagpat adds to its unique power. It stands firmly on the edge of the Debed Gorge, overlooking a deep green valley and distant rolling mountains. This union of landscape and sacred architecture turns the site into a vivid portrait of nature and spirituality. Hidden within the Lori Plateau, Sanahin Monastery rises as a symbol of Armenian wisdom and faith. Since the 10th century, it has served as a religious and academic center, nurturing both spirit and knowledge for generations. The structure was built mainly of basalt stone, creating an architecture that is solemn and resilient, yet refined. Ancient domes, shadowed corridors, and meticulously carved kachkas give the monastery a beauty that is both mysterious and dignified. Beyond a place of prayer, Sanahin was once a great academy where monks studied theology, philosophy, and science. This role granted the monastery a special status, setting it apart from many other religious complexes of its time. Through the centuries, Sanahin Monastery has stood quietly among the mountains, like a living chronicle. Every stone carries the story of faith, knowledge, and the enduring strength of the Armenian people against the relentless passage of history. Yerevan, the capital of Armenia, is one of the oldest cities in the world that still thrives with vibrant life today. It not only carries the marks of more than 2,000 years of history, but also appears as a unique canvas blending ancient charm with modern breadth. What makes Yerevan truly distinctive is the pink tuffstone covering its buildings, earning it the title Pink City. Under the sunlight, these structures glow brilliantly, radiating both pride and softness, leaving an unforgettable impression on anyone who arrives here. From the grand steps of the Cascade Complex, one can gaze upon the entire city and the majestic silhouette of Mount Ararat. This spectacular panorama makes Yerevan a perfect harmony between nature and human-made architecture. More than just a city, Yerevan stands as a symbol of Armenian identity, where enduring history walks alongside youthful modernity, leaving visitors with a feeling both solemn and vividly colorful. Erebuni Fortress, standing on Aranbird Hill in Yerevan, marks the birthplace of the Armenian capital with a history spanning more than 27 centuries. Built in the 8th century before Christ by King Argishti I, it was not only a military stronghold, but also a vivid testimony of the powerful Urartian civilization. What makes Erebuni truly unique are the basalt stone walls combined with mud brick, creating architecture that is both solid and deeply ancient in style. The traces of vibrant frescoes that remain depict royal life and religious rituals, offering a rare glimpse found in few other places of the region. Khosrov Forest State Reserve, located in the Ararat province, is regarded as one of the oldest nature reserves in the world, originating from the decree of King Khosrov Kotak in the 4th century. Spanning a vast area, it embodies the meeting point of multiple climates and ecosystems, creating a layered natural landscape of rare uniqueness. The most distinctive feature of Khosrov lies in its rare combination of dense forests, grasslands, and towering limestone mountains. Ancient oaks, maples, and Armenian cypresses grow alongside bare rocky slopes, forming a landscape both majestic and pristine, unlike anywhere else. The Iron Fountain in the city of Vanadzor, the capital of Lori province, is one of the most unique public art structures in Armenia. Built during the Soviet era, this monument is not only a fountain, but also a visual symbol closely tied to the modern identity of the city. What sets the Iron Fountain apart is its use of iron as the main material, a rare choice in Armenian public architecture. The iron blocks are assembled into abstract forms, at once solid and fluid, suggesting a harmony between industrial strength and artistic creativity. Gyumri, the second largest city of Armenia, is often called the cultural soul of the nation. Situated on the Shirak highland, it carries a presence both ancient and proud, serving as a living testimony to the history and identity of Armenia across centuries. What makes Gyumri unique is its black basalt architecture, shaping streets that feel solemn and distinct from the bright look of Yerevan. On this dark stone canvas, 19th century buildings blend with refined carvings, evoking the spirit of a classical city rarely found in the region. The city also bears poignant memories of earthquakes, especially the tragedy of 1988. Yet Gyumri has risen with resilience, leaving the image of a community that is strong and able to be reborn from loss. For visitors, Gyumri is not only a place to admire architecture and history, but also a chance to feel the simplicity and warmth of its people. The blend of a heroic past with vibrant modern life makes this city a singular symbol of Armenia. Marmashan Monastery, standing on the banks of the Akurian River in Shirak province, is one of the most remarkable medieval religious masterpieces of Armenia. Built in the late 10th century under Prince Vahram Pahlavuni, the monastery was not only a spiritual center, but also a golden mark of a period of national revival. What makes Marmashan distinct are the reddish, tough stones stacked to form thick walls and majestic domes. The architecture follows the classical Armenian style, with finely carved details and perfect harmony, giving the entire complex a look that is both powerful and graceful. Lori, located in northern Armenia, evokes the pristine beauty of the Caucasus Mountains. The region is remarkable for its majestic terrain, endless green forests, and pure climate, giving the entire landscape a character that is both grand and tranquil. What defines Lori's unique identity are the deep gorges carved by the Debed River. Upon the towering cliffs, medieval structures rise with dignity, as if nature and human civilization had merged into a magnificent and rare masterpiece. The scenery of Lori fascinates not only with its rolling mountains, but also with the harmony between nature and architecture. Ancient stone domes, half hidden in the thick greenery, appear like gems carved into the heart of the wilderness. Khor Virap Monastery, located in the province of Ararat, is one of the symbols most deeply tied to the history and spirituality of Armenia. Standing on a high mound, the structure rises above the vast plain, where sunlight and mountain winds emphasize the weathered stones of the monastery. What makes it truly unique is the direct view of snow-capped Mount Ararat, the sacred mountain in the Armenian soul. The majestic presence of Ararat behind the monastery creates a sacred panorama, as if past and present meet on the horizon. Hidden in the valley of the Azat Gorge in the Kotaik province, Geghard Monastery emerges as a structure bound to nature and imbued with spiritual depth. Built in the 4th century, it overwhelms every visitor with the perfect harmony between human architecture and the surrounding mountains. The unique feature that sets Geghard apart is the presence of chapels and prayer rooms carved directly into the rock cliffs. Dim chambers, light filtering through narrow openings, and incense lingering in the sacred air create an experience unlike any other. Throughout history, Geghard was a major center of Armenian religion and scholarship. Stone walls etched with inscriptions, intricate reliefs, and the echo of chants within the mountain have transformed it into a space both mysterious and solemn. Nestled in the lively rhythm of Yerevan, the Blue Mosque appears as a serene pause where time seems to slow among gardens and turquoise domes. Built in the 18th century during the Persian dynasty, the monument stands as a vivid testimony to Armenia's multicultural past. The beauty of the Blue Mosque lies in the harmony between refined Islamic architecture and its dominant blue shades. The tiles with flowing geometric designs and the rounded domes create an atmosphere that is both solemn and subtly mysterious, echoing the essence of the East. Today, the Blue Mosque serves not only as a place of worship for the Iranian community in Yerevan, but also as a center for cultural and artistic exchange. Its presence affirms the city's diverse identity and highlights Yerevan as a capital open to both history and the world. Hovhanavank Monastery lies on the edge of the Kasakh Canyon in the Aragatsotan region of Armenia, creating a breathtaking landscape that is rarely seen elsewhere. The steep cliffs, the winding river below, and the vast blue sky surrounding it make the monument appear as though it merges with the grandeur of nature, radiating both majesty and sanctity. Today, Hovhanavank still rises proudly amid the vast mountains, a living witness to the past. Horomyri Monastery, located on the steep cliffs of the Debed Gorge in the Lori region, is one of the most majestic and unique religious structures of Armenia. Dating back to the 13th century, the monastery is deeply tied to ascetic devotion and the enduring faith of the community. What makes Horomeri truly distinct is its architectural position, seemingly hanging on the face of the cliff. The walls, built with tough stone, merge with the mountainside, giving the impression that the structure was carved directly from nature itself, both perilous and sacred. Gani Temple, located on a mountain slope in the Kotaik province, is the only structure in Armenia that preserves the classical Greco-Roman style. Built in the 1st century, the temple was dedicated to the sun god Mir, standing out with its majesty and harmony with the Caucasian mountains. What makes Gani truly unique is its straight Corinthian columns of grey basalt, supporting the refined, triangular pediment. Amidst the rugged mountain scenery, the temple appears like a colossal sculpture, both ancient and solemn. The temple was erected on a basalt plateau, offering a panoramic view of the majestic Azat Valley. Towering basalt cliffs rise like natural walls, framing the enduring beauty of this architectural masterpiece. Amid the majestic mountains of Lori, Aktala Monastery rises like an ancient stone fortress where religion and defense once blended together. Founded in the 10th century, the site bears both the sacred form of a monastery and the commanding presence of a stronghold guarding the frontier. The architecture reflects the mastery of its builders. Basalt walls standing firm, domes rising with strength, and wide interior spaces designed to gather the faithful. Each stone, carefully laid, was not only to build a structure, but also to engrave the permanence of faith. Inside the main church, murals from the 13th century cover walls and domes. Bright blues, reds and golds retain their vibrancy through the centuries, bringing biblical stories to life with sacred artistry that has endured the passage of time. Odzun Church, standing on the majestic Lori Plateau, is one of the oldest churches in Armenia, dating back to the 6th or 7th century. With its elevated position, the structure appears as an eternal symbol, marking the history of Armenian Christianity while dominating the vast surrounding landscape. What makes Odzun remarkable is its three-aisled basilica design, built entirely from pink tufa, a volcanic stone unique to the region. The sturdy walls, imposing domes, and arched openings embody a beauty that is both simple and solemn, unlike many other churches of the same era. Gani Gorge, located in the Kotaik province, is one of Armenia's most majestic natural wonders. Stretching along the Azat River, it presents a breathtaking sight, with towering basalt cliffs, both solemn and mysterious, leaving every observer in awe. What makes Ghani truly unique are the hexagonal basalt columns lined seamlessly together, rising into colossal walls. Each stone appears as if carved by the invisible hands of a master artisan, displaying harmony and precision, yet radiating immense strength. Scientists explain this as the result of ancient lava flows cooling and cracking into regular patterns. To people, however, the scenery is known as the Symphony of Stones, where nature itself composes a magnificent melody through shapes and forms. Standing within the gorge and gazing upward at the endless basalt columns, one feels as though entering a grand stone palace. Sunlight floods the cliffs, reflecting on every line and surface, transforming the scene into something both sacred and mesmerizing. The Azet River, located in the Kotaik province, is one of Armenia's most majestic natural landmarks. Originating from the Gakama range, it flows through deep valleys and rugged slopes, carrying the raw beauty and solemn spirit of the Caucasus. The river is most striking where it cuts through towering basalt cliffs, a rare masterpiece created by nature itself. Hexagonal stone columns rise in layered formations, standing like a colossal organ encasing the rushing waters. The entire scene feels both grand and mysterious, as though one were stepping into a cathedral carved from volcanic rock. Sagmosavank Monastery, located in the Aragatsotan province, is a religious and architectural masterpiece that bears the strong imprint of medieval Armenia. Built in the 13th century, the monastery was not only a sacred place of prayer, but also a scholarly center where ancient manuscripts were carefully preserved and copied. Its location makes Sagmosavank truly exceptional. It stands right at the edge of the deep Kasach Gorge. From its gray basalt walls, the monastery seems to hang between sky and abyss, creating a breathtaking scene unmatched anywhere else. The architecture is distinguished by its soaring domes and massive bell towers, combined with sturdy stone walls that embody both artistry and faith. Inside, the silence reigns, with rays of light filtering through narrow openings, evoking an aura of sacred mystery. Gosh Lake, lying in the deep valleys of Tavush, is a rare natural lake where untouched beauty and tranquility have been preserved almost intact through the centuries. With crystal-clear waters reflecting the forests and mountains, the lake appears like a vast mirror that captures both the sky and the surrounding wilderness. What makes Gosh Lake truly unique is the perfect harmony between its still waters and the endless forest around it. Each season transforms the lake, bright green in spring, radiant in summer, golden and red in autumn, and veiled in mist during winter, creating an eternal cycle of changing beauty. Beyond its landscape value, Gosh Lake is closely linked with the name of Mkhitar Gosh, a distinguished scholar and jurist of medieval Armenia. This connection makes the lake not only a scenic wonder, but also a symbol of knowledge and spiritual heritage. Amid wild and majestic nature, Gosh Lake exists like a living source of memory, where natural beauty merges with historical tales, leaving a lasting impression on all who behold it. Lake Sevan, the blue jewel of Armenia, stretches vast across the Gegharkunik highlands at an elevation of nearly 2,000 meters above sea level. With its immense size, the lake appears like an inland sea among towering mountains, offering both grandeur and mystery. What makes Lake Sevan unique is the ever-changing color of its waters. At dawn, it glows like crystal. By midday, it turns a deep, mesmerizing blue. And at sunset, it shimmers with a silvery, magical hue. This transformation creates a rare and living beauty. Surrounding mountains reflect upon the lake's surface, forming a scene that is both majestic and poetic. The harmony of mountains, clouds, and water makes the landscape resemble a vast, natural painting, unlike anywhere else. Lake Sevan also plays a vital role in Armenia's environment and life, serving as a precious freshwater source that sustains fertile plains and preserves a diverse ecosystem. Its beauty is not only a gift to the eyes, but also the lifeblood of an entire land. Hidden deep within the dense Tavush forest, Lastava Caves emerges like a legendary world where nature and traces of humanity intertwine. The path leading to the caves winds through trees, guiding travelers from daylight into the mystical darkness of stone. Inside the rock walls, hollows and natural corridors reveal ancient marks. Some areas were carved by human hands, others preserve strange engravings, together forming a living archive of how ancestors once sought refuge and survived within harsh nature. The sound of the nearby waterfall blends with the echoes of the forest, shaping an atmosphere unlike any other. The scenery impresses not only the eyes, but awakens all senses, making each step feel like entering a primordial symphony of earth and sky. Thus, Lastava Caves is more than a sight to behold. It is a meeting point of legend and history. Each stone and wall carries untold stories opening a doorway that connects distant pasts with a vivid present. Sevan, located in the province of Gagakunik, is considered one of the most remarkable regions of Armenia. Resting at an elevation of nearly 2,000 meters, it is surrounded by majestic mountains and vast natural landscapes, offering both grandeur and serenity. The true allure of Sevan lies in the endless expanse of its waters blending with the sky, creating a scene that changes color with the light. At times, it appears as clear as crystal, at others, as deep as the ocean, leaving anyone who beholds it immersed in a dreamlike atmosphere. Beyond its natural splendor, Sevan is deeply connected to Armenia's cultural and historical heritage. For centuries, this land has been seen as a place where spiritual values converge, reflecting the enduring bond between people and nature. Through the passage of time, Sevan has preserved its unique status, both a vital source of life and a sacred symbol in the Armenian spirit. This harmony has forged a distinct identity, making Sevan a heritage unlike any other. Dilijan, located in the Tavush province of northeastern Armenia, has long been called the Switzerland of Armenia, thanks to its breathtaking natural scenery and fresh air. The town rests quietly within forests and mountains, surrounded by lush valleys and dense woodlands, forming a landscape that is both majestic and poetic. What makes Dilijan distinctive is the harmony between its untouched nature and its traditional architecture. Old wooden houses with sloping roofs, wide porches, and finely carved balconies evoke rustic charm, while the national park surrounding the town reveals vast expanses of wilderness. This town is not only defined by nature, but also by its cultural heritage. Dilijan has long been a gathering place for artists and intellectuals, continuing to preserve its creative traditions through generations, giving it the spirit of an artistic capital within Armenia. In addition, Dilijan is renowned for its mild climate and valuable mineral springs, once regarded as a place of healing and retreat for the nobility. This aspect contributed to the town's special role in both social life and traditional Armenian medicine. Haghatsan Monastery, hidden within the green forests of Tavush, is one of the religious monuments that carries both the grandeur and the mystery of medieval Armenia. Formed between the 10th and 13th centuries, the monastery stands as an ancient jewel, preserving its solemn majesty in the midst of boundless nature. The most remarkable feature of Haghatsan is its harmonious architecture, where soaring domes, Moss-covered basalt walls and graceful lines come together into a unique ensemble. The main church, with its elegant silhouette, conveys a sacred atmosphere, as though one were stepping into a space beyond time itself. Inside, finely carved stonework and ancient khachkars preserve the vitality of Armenian art. It was once a place where monks taught theology, nurturing knowledge and spirit, transforming the monastery into a major academic center of the region. Today, Harzen is not only a historical monument, but also a symbol of the bond between faith, culture, and nature. This harmony has created its unique value, allowing the monastery to endure as an immortal witness of Tavusha's land and sky. Amid the wide and bustling space of Republic Square, the History Museum of Armenia rises with dignity as a cultural landmark of the capital. The building, shaped with classical architecture, impresses not only with its appearance, but also with the sacred memory of a nation preserved within. Inside, the museum unfolds like a journey back in time. Each gallery transports visitors to the prehistoric era, then to the traces of the Urartian kingdom, and gradually toward the medieval and modern chapters of history. Its refined arrangement allows one to feel the unbroken flow of Armenian civilization through thousands of years. What leaves the deepest impression are the symbolic weight of the artifacts, finely crafted weapons, stone inscriptions carved with ancient scripts, and wooden chariots that once rolled across the highlands. Each piece is not merely an exhibit, but a living witness of a civilization enduring the passage of time. For every visitor, the museum is more than a place of knowledge. It is an emotional experience of connection with the past. Here, history reflects back on the present, reminding all of the vitality and pride of Armenia. This harmony makes the museum an essential destination in Yerevan. Kanzoresk, located in the Sunik region of Armenia, is renowned for the majestic scenery of its deep canyon and towering cliffs. This ancient village was once home to thousands of people, creating a living space both rugged and unique, unlike anywhere else in the world. The most distinctive feature of Kanzoresk is its vast complex of man-made caves stretching across the mountainside. These rock-hewn homes, connected by narrow pathways, served as shelters for an entire community for centuries, earning the place the name of a one-of-a-kind cave city. The landscape grows even more striking, with the suspension bridge spanning the immense void of the canyon. From the bridge, visitors can take in the full grandeur of the cliffs, where nature and human creation blend into an enchanting panorama. As one walks among the solemn rock dwellings, It feels as if the traces of the past remain etched into every cliff. The echoes of ancient life seem to linger in the wilderness, rendering Kanzoresk mysterious and profoundly captivating. Noravank Monastery, set within the Amagu Valley of Vayotsk Dzor, appears as a wonder where architecture and nature are seamlessly united. From afar, the red cliffs that surround the monastery give the impression that the entire complex was carved directly from the earth, both majestic and mysterious. What makes Noravank unique is its striking red stone. The church walls reflect the changing light throughout the day, radiant in the morning, deep and solemn at noon, and glowing with fiery tones at dusk, making the whole scene feel alive and breathing with time. Beyond its color, Noravank captivates with exquisite carvings etched into stone, ranging from sacred imagery to delicate floral motifs. These details showcase the artistry of Armenian masters, blending faith and creativity in perfect harmony. Interestingly, the monastery's remote location once made it a refuge and a vital academic center during the Middle Ages. This very setting ensured Noravank's safety, while allowing it to silently witness the transformations of history. Mount Aragats, located in Aragatsotan province, is hailed as the roof of Armenia, with 4 majestic peaks surrounding the crater of an extinct volcano. For centuries, it has stood as a symbol of grandeur, embodying both untamed nature and the deep cultural heritage woven into folklore and legend. What makes Aragats truly unique is its magical transformation with the seasons. In summer, vast meadows burst into bloom with countless wildflowers, creating a vibrant natural carpet. In winter, the mountain dons a pure white cloak, with snow blanketing its slopes and turning the entire landscape into a silent, ethereal wonder. On the majestic slopes of Mount Aragats in Armenia, the ambered fortress rises like a castle in the clouds, evoking both grandeur and mystery. Standing at an elevation of over 7,500 feet, the structure is surrounded by drifting white clouds and deep gorges, creating a scene that feels almost otherworldly. The architecture of the fortress makes a strong impression with its massive and resilient design. Thick walls of dark basalt stone, marked by the traces of time, seem to narrate stories of defense and the unyielding spirit of its people. From above, the entire construction blends harmoniously with the rugged mountains, at once wild and majestic.